Isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Today is Father's Day. I'm up in the Sequoias. This will have been the 26th year. 26th year. My daughters have chosen to exclude me from their lives. Not one of you know, but when you came into my life, you're priceless. Why do you think I persisted from day one? What you don't know is when I go to work in the morning, I'd come in and I'd kiss my index finger and give you a kiss on the cheek and say, I love you. I do the same thing at night before you went to bed. Got to a point where you had the squishiest earlobes. I'd kiss you in the morning and give you a little thumb and index finger kiss on the earlobe and it stirred you. But G really liked it because then she started grabbing my hand and holding it on the back of her head. You know who I am. I am the dad that went with you to your schools and all your events and never missed one. I was the goofy dad that went to school and read Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You'll Go. It started with Gina in kindergarten all the way through 6th grade. And then it followed with Rachel, kindergarten through 6th grade. And then it followed again with Laura, kindergarten to 6th grade. I'd bring an ice chest with popsicles, juice bars, and the kids would just sit there in a half circle, mesmerized. After a couple times, it got to be a habit. Mr. Lion or Don, are you going to come read to us again this year? It's the same story every time. It was just as good as the first time. I'm the dad when you had to go in and have surgery, gowned up and went in with you 3 times. I'm the dad that never wanted anything from you, from any of you, except your time. I remember one time your mom sat there and said, well, here's your favorite. Your mom was wrong. I have 3 favorites. I can't quit on you. It's part of my DNA, the promise I made to myself when you were going to come into my life. But how you could treat me so cruelly for 26 years, I just can't fathom. To even one of you missing my graduation when I went back to college after 20 years when my dad died. I got a message from your mom, blank blank, and I won't be there. Enjoy. That was when I was 15 minutes out. To miss my daughter's graduation from college. To miss my firstborn daughter getting married. To her telling me, Dad, I think this is the one. Does he treat you well, sweetheart? Yes. And then for me and him to become friends a little bit. But to not walk you down the aisle and the chaos that was probably there, how did it serve you? No one told me any of you were pregnant with kids. When the twins were premature, I heard. No one ever told me. I'd have went to the hospital every day and had a conversation with them. To know to know that they are comforted and loved. When I met my grandson, Emerson, he reached out for me and we became almost immediately inseparable. Ask Rachel, she'd be the last one to tell you the way she treats me. When he got hurt, he told his mom and dad he needed to see Papa. He took road trips with me. We goofed. You know why? Because I let him be a child. Same with Cy. I had the opportunity to see Cy right after he was born and wash his hair. Think of that. Just think of that. And him as well. He'd get cranky, they'd give him to me and he'd lay his head on my chest and he'd be good to go. This is who I am. I'm deep in the sequoias. I think there's 2 vehicles somewhere back in here with me. Such cruelty. My life is broken down into thirds, literally. First 25, growing up, getting married just before I was 25. The second 25, building a family, remodeling the house myself so we could save some money, maybe do something better. As well as putting my daughters through private school. You never knew that you were the importance, no matter how you saw that I was something less. The last third of my life has been the last 26 years. Think of it. From 49 to 75 and a half. It just redefines lonely. I just don't understand your cruelness. I just don't. You ought to be selfish. You know why? It doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve my mom either. She used to be called Grandma. For 2.5 decades, look at what you've done to my mom. An everyday grandma to all 3 of you. How can your moral conscience feel good about that? Most important thing is I'll go for now, but I'll break down the thirds of my life and tell you a little bit about me. Simply because you might still have this stalwart stand and saying, F him, a-hole, which I've heard plenty of times. It so doesn't serve you. But I do love you. And you can't stop me from doing that. Because here's another reason why. You know why I didn't get involved in the fracas that your mom insisted on? She just needed to put some humility on the table. But here is why. Your mother is the mother of my children. Different than her, I could not do that to her, that the ugly she did to me. And the other thing, I couldn't do it to my 3 daughters. So I took those hits again and again and again. Maybe now you'll understand me better. If you don't believe me, don't believe Rachel anyway, ask the 2 boys what they think of Papa. Love you girls. Love my grandkids too.